Let's pull the Band-Aid off, shall we? Let's grab that Band-Aid and rip it off. This is our team. Because somebody has to go. Icon, good to see you, by the way. We got these four, really the three young right wings as we move this team into the next era. The exception of now a 33-year-old Charlie McAvoy. David Pastrnak, we don't really have room for anymore. Charlie McAvoy will be the sole survivor. Am I playing the show at any point tonight? Probably not. Not that I don't want to. That's one of the 17 games I want to play at all times. All right. It's not the best offer in the world, but we got to take it. David Pastrnak. This hurts my soul. David Pastrnak. To the call. Do I have to? Do I have to? I don't. I have to do it. Look at the fucking talent behind him. I have to do it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's Pastrnak or Brodziak. It's Pastrnak or Brodziak. I hate it here. I hate it here. Charlie McAvoy is the sole survivor of the Don Sweeney era. We trade him. You only have to because of your rules. Exactly. He is the sole survivor of that era. We need like one or two more defensemen and a bunch of forwards. David Pastrnak is going to win a Stanley Cup with Colorado. I am certain of it. I am certain. Brett Kulak, elite defenseman. Oh, we got to hand out some money here to some of these dudes to get back over the floor. Let's also bring in Marcus Nudivara again. Bring in the Finn. Marcus Nudivara. From there, we need some forwards, including 40-year-old Matt Duchene. He'll get the big boy contract because it's Matt Duchene. Love to see it. 40-year-old Matt Duchene, and he hasn't retired. Incredible. Theo Wong as a goalie coach. The cap whale, Matt Duchene. From there, $6 million in cap space. Who else can we sign to help fill out that roster? Andreas Athanasiou. Andrew Kopp. Welcome back, buddy. Remember when we signed him before? Remember? I do. 36-year-old Trevor Moore and Andreas Janssen. Holy balls. Holy balls. That's how far into this we are. That's insanity. All right, looks like the roster's going to be set. Looks like it is. That's 43 goal scorer, Matt Duchene. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. As absurd as that is, you are not wrong. Okay. Could have been a member of the Kraken. He could have been. Instead, they said, LOL, no. That makes too much sense. All right. Girard will call up to be the healthy scratch on defense. And then forward-wise, we have 10, 11, 12, and 13 with Koskinen, who obviously we don't want. We want to call up Cashman to be the healthy scratch there. So the AHL, we got to prioritize that. The NHL is pretty straightforward. Brodziak will get the opportunity super early on. Jinx, what's going up? When's the next franchise mode dropping on YouTube? This has started to be uploaded. It is on the second channel, where all my franchise mode stuff is now. TWOGIE24. So, Steven, I'm surprised you haven't heard this song. This has been an incredibly popular song. Heatwave by Glass Animals, by the way. Okay, Nick Robertson. Not quite the soul. I love how it never puts Nick Robertson on the power play. Ever. Every single season, no matter who my coach is, it has never put Robertson on the power play. And I don't know why. Goodness. I haven't had the free time to just catch up. James, I've been pretty good. I've been pretty good. That's why you always watch those channel update videos, though. That's why you always watch those channel update videos. Important information gets passed along. All right. Man, San Canaro has a good shot. Oh, what a song to play. Maybe we should play baseball tonight, eh? I mean, McAvoy's got to be on the power play. So then Petterstrom, Price, Salmelainen. Kopriva, Skula, Obstrader. So we need Kopriva to round out this power play. For the record, I'm not done with MLB either. Again, we've just... there's just so many goddamn games to play, you know? That's my only issue. There's just a lot of games to play. How do you get defensive defensemen low elite to develop? You don't! I see your Spotify's has fucked his mind. Oh yeah, Reaver. It bounces around to anything and everything. Anything and everything. It's a beautiful thing. There we go. That is our power play. Our PK is looking alright. You got Battaglia and Richards. I think we're looking good. At least NHL-wise. I have a favorite Draft to Glory series that you've done. Oof. It's still gotta be the initial Goon Squad, man. It has to be. It has to be that original Goon Squad. Freddie McDonough, you know? Freddie McDonough. It's gotta be that original Goon Squad. That was a special time. It was a special, special time. Let's see. Let's get Allison up there to see if we can get some crazy development. Brodin's already a low elite. And then forward-wise, Mantha. Is Juan Vigars? Probably not. Nor is Lam. Actually. What was his potential? Yeah, it's trash. How the hell do you have an 84 defenseman? Unless they're a medium elite. An 84 defenseman. Oh, Pressburg? Oh, I guess he is a low elite. Pure luck. He's played in the NHL for 3 years. But the answer's pure luck. Just put him in the NHL and hope for the best. That's all we did. So Athens CU. Fisher's not going to be ours. If he is, he's not that good. All right, so veterans down to the fourth line. Veterans down to the fourth line. Seabach is terrible. Jesus. He's actually not even ours. The AHL for us right now, if you couldn't tell, is an absolute mess. We'll put Bachman there, that's fine. Who's the other medium 9? That dude. We'll keep Koskinen in there. This is going to be one of the weakest NHL teams we've iced. AHL teams we've iced in a long time. One might even argue one of the weaker NHL teams that I've iced too. So this will be an interesting season. I don't know if we're looking towards repeat potential for the main roster. And in terms of our dudes, I believe we have looked at the majority of these guys. We definitely looked at Rory Battaglia last year, but Emiliano Richards, formerly of the Victoria Royals, is now a member of the Boston Bruins. And, you know, if you were to picture an Emiliano, that is who I would have pictured. That is an Emiliano. Wonderful. What a tash. McAvoy's still here. Zen Canaro, Prestberg. Lars Mahler was on the team last year too, right? The Molar? Oh, yeah, he was. Who could forget that look? Who could forget that, man? Beautiful. The Peter Avalon of this roster. Girard's a depth option. Donald and Albert Schautzer have both been here. On the right wing, we have looked at all these guys before. I think, no, Salmelainen and Obstrader were in the AHL last year. So Teemu Salmelainen. Tipped up visor and all. Looking like how I would make my Ishel player look, basically. So Teemu Salmelainen And then we have Lukas Abstreiter, the German. The German. He's like Craig Smith reincarnate. And Craig Smith's not even dead. Lukas Abstreiter has joined the team as well. Left wing, I don't believe any of these guys are new. And then down the middle, none of these guys are new either. But we are essentially, again, with the exception of Charlie McAvoy, in a completely new era for the Boston Bruins. The other letter we got to hand out, and I'm thinking Skula. Kuka, what's going on? Or, you know what? Nick Robertson's been here for a long time. There you go, Nick. There is my sign of confidence in you. Don't make me regret it. It's the 2031-32 season. 93, 95, 83 for the ratings. We're going to rock it. We're going to kill it. I told you we were going to make the playoffs last year, and we did. Yes, we lost to Montreal, and we beat them 3-0 there. And our starting goalie just got hurt. But maybe moving on from David Pastrnak is somehow, some way what we needed, as absurd as that statement is. But it is allowing our younger right wings to step into the lineup. You know, Emiliano Richards getting his first couple of starts. We do need to get Battaglia back in. A prediction as to whether or not we make the play? No, because we're clearly going to make it. No prediction necessary. We're going to make it. Have no doubts. It's just whether or not we succeed in the playoffs. That is the only question. As we beat the Florida Panthers 8-2. You love to see it. You love to see it. Let's keep swapping goaltenders around. We're swapping. Beat Carolina. Again, we got a long way to go this season here, too. Long way to go. So we're not really going to overreact to anything. Can I sim the first game against Pasta? If I had read that 5 minutes earlier, yes. But considering we just beat David Pastrnak in the Colorado Avalanche, it is, in fact, too late. Back-to-back overtime losses. We'll keep the same goalie in. There we go. Charlie McAvoy leading the team in points. That is horrifying. And our centerman, Chris Lawson, just broke his nose. He'll be out for about 2 weeks. And menu lag sucks. Menu lag is terrible. Teemu Salmelainen now leading this team in points. We keep winning games here. Super early. 4 overtime or shootout losses. Make that 5 of them already. Those pity points coming in clutch. That was Richards who was running as our starter for pretty much all that, too. We'll see if the higher-rated goalie can actually win games here. Now it's Nick Robertson leading the team in points. All right, let's get Cashman out of there for Lawson again. A bit too early to look at our goalies, I'd say. It's a bit too early. And the line changes as well. 18 games, though. First place in the division. We are the Anaheim Ducks. And, Steven Baradzia gets hurt. He'll be out for about a week or so. We'll play Cashman in this role, even though he doesn't play right wing. For simplicity's sake, we lose a couple more games. No biggie. No biggie. I'm waiting to see if Iliakis goes up to his 72. If he does, he'll start getting some games off of Frolov by the end of the year. Another loss. And Detroit, we lose again. Sweet. Suddenly, we have 3 wins in our last 10 games. Suddenly, we are dropping the ball quite heavily. Which is the same thing that was happening last year. We were a very streaky team. And I am afraid the same thing is going to happen to us this year. 2 wins now in our last 10. Make that 3. We finally win a game. Good job, boys. Nick Robertson revenge game goes terribly. Seattle, we lose again. Okay. All right. No consistency for us here. None. Richards. Let's get you a few more games here, but I want to get to at least after Christmas before making changes. Frolov from Providence gets hurt. Charlie McAvoy is leading this team with 23 points in 30 games. That is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. And all of a sudden, we are dealing with a crap load of injuries. Not ideal. At all. 15, 11, and 7. Both those guys won't be back until the middle of January. Right. Right. Swap out Richards for Battaglia. So Battaglia has an 898 because of course he does. Richards has a 919. Pressburg, 7 points and a +3. McAvoy has been phenomenal. Canaro and Mahler haven't been that bad. It's Albert-Schauser and Harold that do not work well together. But we now officially have 4 top 4 defensemen together. Might be time to make a move there on the defensive side of things. And then forward-wise, 22 points for Robbo's not bad, but it's not elite. Same for Jonah Bird, which is 21 points. Steven Baradziuk. Trevor Cashman has 2 points in 11 games. Price has 19, but he's a -10. Salmelainen. Kopriva, Skula. All right, we can definitely swap around those right wings. There we go. So we'll go Salmelainen on the top line, Abstrider on the second, Baradziuk on the third. Seeing them struggle like that makes me wonder what Colorado would want for David Pastrnak if we could get him back. We had to find out. We had to find out which one of our right wings were worth keeping. And right now, Baradziuk might be playing his way to Colorado. Might just be. Abstrider gets hurt. Jesus. So many injuries. Just call up Andreas Athanasiou for the hell of it. Actually, I guess we don't necessarily need him. Heward can step into the lineup. Actually, no, he shouldn't. I just realized that's where that defender ended up in Gerard. He was on the 4th line. We want the cup you have not. We haven't played in a couple of days. Hoping to change that soon. Hoping to change that soon. So many injuries. Jesus. Alright, Maxim DeRocher, despite being the highest rated goalie on the team, actually hasn't been that good. What is up with the highest rated goalie on a team not doing well? Like every time. Every time. Dwayne Price now leading this team in points. Let's get Richards back in. We'll get Iliakis some games. We do beat Florida. I mean, this team's hanging in there. Despite a mountain of injuries, we are hanging in there. Let's get Abstrider back in. Nashville. I thought it was another injury. It's someone returning to the lineup. Thank God. Let's send old AA back down. Take Cashman out for Petterstrom. Let's hope he doesn't get hurt against Seattle. He should be 100% before that game. He's not. And, okay, now he is. Good. Edmonton's next. We're still hanging around in the playoff spot, as insane as that is. All of these injuries, a lot of players underperforming. But we are hanging in there. Good. Not making the playoffs would be an outright disaster. It absolutely would be. Richards back in. Get the Rosiers in there. Brett Kulak fractures his jaw in Providence. 23, 16, and 7's not a bad record, though. I feel like this team's built for the playoffs, but I have been wrong before. Let's see. 8 wins in our last 10. You can't look past it. You can't overlook this team. There's some magic here. There is. I mean, we lack that elite level goal scorer now, but that might just be the playoff cheese that we need. Who needs an elite level goal scorer, you know? How overrated. We are in first place in our division right now. My God. Alright, well, Battaglia in. Trying to give, like, every goalie, at least in the AHL, an even amount of games. I'm not going to change a damn thing. We're winning. Not going to change a damn thing, which means we're going to start losing. Kopriva gets hurt. This has been by far our worst season to date in terms of injuries. We have won 9 of our last 10. We finally lose in regulation to Vegas. Let's get Cashman out of there for Kopriva. Line is not looking that bad. Abstrider. Brodziak's actually done pretty well in that third pair, or that third line. Not bad. Star Wars God King. As opposed to something. That's a name. That's a name. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Tuca time. Tuca time. I don't know where my Tuca jersey is right now. It's on the rack here somewhere. I thought I found it immediately, and I did. And I did. It's always Tuca time in this household, baby. Always. Can't wait to wear that jersey in Finland, by the way. That's a goal. That's a goal. I miss him. I miss him, too. Not that I don't love me some Jeremy Swayman. But I look forward to the people that constantly tried to shit on Tuca, realizing how good us Bruins fans had it for so long. I always loved Tuukka Rask. You'll be hearing a lot of that in about 5 years. It's going to be a... All right. I can't imagine we're going to look to trade for anything at this point. Colorado, how is Pasta done? Yeah. Am I willing to sacrifice the future a little bit? Now that I look at my ex and realize how well they're doing without us. I'm not. We have to. We can do it without him. It's like looking at a picture of an ex with their new boyfriend or girlfriend, and you're just like, oh, fuck, this sucks. William Eklund just got traded to Detroit. A lot of trades. A lot of big trades, according to the game. Jesus. Colorado also just picked up Delmas. Jesus. Is McAvoy still early? No, I mean, it's Price. McAvoy's up there for sure, though. All right, we lose to Detroit. And we beat Montreal. This team is just so weird. One game, we get pooped on. The next game, we don't do so bad. How many games does Iliakis have? All right, let's start getting the illest. Some games here. Philadelphia, we win. New Jersey, we get pooped on. Dallas, we get pooped on. Telling you, streaky team. Same thing as last year. We have consistency issues. This team's definitely going to the playoffs again, though. The Calder Cup team, that is. The lovely AHL's Providence Bruins. God, our leading scorer has 52 points right now. That I hope scoring's down across the league, because otherwise That's a real bad look, isn't it? That's a real bad look. Let's see, we beat Florida. Charlie McAvoy is going to be out for the next 2.5 weeks. Right as we're trying to clinch a playoff spot at the end of the season. That is horrifying. Somehow we are winning games. We have clinched a playoff spot again. In the season that we trade David Pastrnak, we might just clinch a playoff spot. We might just clinch a playoff spot and actually do well. This is unreal. I mean, we have clinched a playoff spot, but Evan Montgomery and Providence gets hurt. We lose 7-0 to the Islanders. Charlie McAvoy. It's 100%. Get Maxwell Girard out of there. Son of Jonathan. Let's be honest, this time, this far into the future, it's grandson of Jonathan. The division title is ours. A 102-point season from the Boston Bruins, despite the fact that our leading scorer only had 60 points. Nick Robertson, only 57 points this year. Jesus. Top line center, Jonah Bird, just 57 points. Down from 71 last year. And then Teemu Salmelainen, who definitely earned the spot to be the #1 right wing, 54 points in his rookie season. Kalle Petterstrom, 51 points in 70 games. You have Dorian Price, our leading scorer, with 60 points, a new NHL career high, up from the 55 last year. And Lucas Abstreiter, 32 points in the 78 games. It's beautiful. Third line, Radoslav Kapriva, 50-point season. Not bad in his second year. Jakub Skula, 49 points in his, third full season. Didn't realize he had been around for that long. And then Steven Baradziuk finished with 41 points. Fourth line, Isaiah Maurer on 27 in his third season here. The 81 draft picks helped, right? Chris Lawson, 20 points. Not bad at all. And then Corey Heward with 29. So we have good all-around scoring, which is shocking. Like, from an all-around perspective, this team is solid. Very, very solid. Pressburg, 20 points and a +17. Super, super consistent. Finally gets a positive plus-minus. It's a career -1, though. Charlie McAvoy finished with 44 points, which is down. That's his first sub-50-point season since 2025. For the now 34-year-old. Jesse Zancanaro, 26 points again. A +13, not bad. You got Lars Mahler, 20 points in his sophomore year. Not bad at all for the 19-year-old. Abel Chaucer, 15 points and a -1. And Donald, 15 points and a -2. So not bad. Goalie-wise, Battaglia, a 906. Emiliano Richards out-dueled Rory Battaglia. Bussy never got to play this year. Cashman had 10 points in 23 games. He's a great depth option. And then Girard's not a bad defensive depth option. You know? And honestly, looking at it, looks like Abstreiter would have had... I thought he got replaced accidentally on the power play, and he did, so he would have had even more points. Since 2025, I remember those days. They were beautiful, weren't they? So honestly, heading into the playoffs, Emiliano Richards should be the starter, which is outrageous. And then the AHL obviously looks like a mess. At this point, we're just going to go best lines and hope that the team's good enough to win it. DeRozier's had a 900. Frolov had a 906. Iliakis had a 904. So it's going to be Iliakis over DeRozier's, but Frolov has earned the right to be their starting goalie. Screw the highest OVR. It's about whoever gets the job done. The Bruins back in the playoffs. Providence did not win it all last season. We are playing the Philadelphia Flyers, as we have done on so many occasions. In terms of the bracket, if I can hit the right damn button. In terms of the bracket, Avs and Yotes, Wild and Jets, Canucks and Kraken, Oilers and Kings. And on that right-hand side, Rangers, Jackets, Penguins, Devils, Leafs, Lightning. And we play the Flyers. Now, was league scoring significantly down, is my question. I have a feeling that it was. Kind of. Again, we still have it on medium. I'm tempted to put the shooting back up to, or the shots back up to high. David Pastrnak was up there. He had 54 goals. How good would our team have been with David Pastrnak, who was second in the NHL in goals behind Kyle Connor? Of course, Draisaitl and McDavid. McDavid's now 35 years old, which is insanity. Adam Fox had a bit of a return to form. So did Sandin, Lundqvist, Liljegren. 27 goals for Cale Makar, who's now 33 years old and has almost 300 goals as a defenseman. Goalies, the winningest was Stuart Skinner again. Shutout leader was Jesper Wallstedt. Swayman was in second. I'm so fucking mad at Swayman for not signing a more reasonable contract. And then he goes to Toronto and likely just won his third Vezina. So mad. But we have our second Calder winner in our time here. Teemu Salmelainen is definitely going to win it. That is a rout. You can't even call it a race for that particular award. He is just tremendous. Bottom line. Playoffs against Philly. I'm scared. We'll probably go for it. But have I mentioned that I'm scared?